I'll say that Wednesdays are always Leo Virgo Day here at Terra Mia More. We're going to do your super singles spread. It's for the third week in April, guys. Excuse me. Coffee. Go to sleep at night so I can get up and drink coffee in the morning. Let's see what we got. I say super singles because it's like we're not looking for your next problem. We're looking for the right person. So we're going to ask Tarot right here to describe your person, the one that's the perfect person for you. Probably more than one person, secret, in my opinion. But this would be someone that serves your greatest good, and you serve your greatest good. And, I did a intention one time for years, and it's kind of my intention, and I realized later you have to be more specific, but it was let her come to me who is right and true for me as I am right and true for her, only so it serves our greatest good and causes no harm to either. Oh, that was pretty damn clever. I said, now, go ahead. How could you make something bad out of that? We got every base covered. That's kind of where we're at with this. Let he or she come to us, Virgo, is right and true for you as you are right and true for them. Only so as perfect for each and causes no harm to either. That was the total thing. That's what we're going to do here. So, Virgos. Who is that person? I'm going to try to describe them, okay? Go on a date with them, get to know them, look at their emotional aspect, their intellectual, their sexual love nature, and their lifestyle and core values, okay? 4 pillars. Let's see what we got here. 4-hour Virgo singles, super singles. Okay, expanded this a little into 9 cards, but 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Don't get scared. Wheel of Fortune, because this is a different read. And we're going to have, this is their emotional nature. Here's their intellectual, King of Cups, Justice, and the Star. And then sexual, 5 of Wands. I think that's good there. 5 of Cups. And then the 4 of Pentacles. And this is their lifestyle and core values here. And we've got the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Empress. Let's take a look here. I don't usually clarify this read. Will it necessary? But it's very different than a normal read, so don't worry about the Tower here, or the 3 of Swords. But this is in their emotional nature. 7 of Pentacles. If you know what a reactive attachment disorder is, I kind of feel like that with the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. I have it. Very common with when you have emotional issues in childhood. And I get the feeling that's kind of what this is. It's like emotionally always having to compare yourself, and it's that measuring your, literally the 7 of Pentacles, measuring your coins, and what did you do? How much energy did you put out? And how much did you get back? And when you have that kind of feeling inside, remember, this is your person. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's kind of wounded, and we want the one that's perfect for us. It's going to help us grow. We're going to help them grow. So it's like they might be carrying a wound. And when emotionally, like they might have a hard time investing themselves emotionally. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, the emotional position, I think that talks about losing themselves emotionally with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. You've got the Star down there. They may go away emotionally. Like as you're talking to them, you think about what you're saying. You're probably a sensitive person, okay, watching this reading, Virgo. And you're talking to them, and you see something where they kind of glaze over for a minute or go away. It's maybe because something that's being talked about like triggered them somehow, and that's maybe what this Wheel of Fortune is. It's like something they don't have control over. And not necessarily bad with the Wheel of Fortune, but here in the emotions, it's like they're really concerned that they're going to lose themselves. So with the reactive attachments, like you really want the love, but then when you get the love, it's scary, and you end up self-sabotaging and throwing yourself out of it. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that might be kind of what they have going on. So this is your person. They're going to tell you a story about this, and maybe what went on in their childhood. They could have had a sibling, comes to mind. They may tell you, especially if you can kind of got a little bit, talk about it. We're telling our stories to first get to know each other. They may have had a sibling that got like a lot more attention to them, like almost like a fairy tale or something. The evil mother and the stepsister scenario type of energy. I have a friend had this literally happen to him, and it's hard to deal with. Mm-hmm. So with you being their soulmate is gonna feel very good to them, and you have the Star here in their intellectual position, at the unconscious position. So there's something here where they're open to the forces of nature, to the cycles of life, the transits of the planets, the major arcana, all the things that's bigger than us, fate, and they may have a strong sense. They may feel like I'm a little thing in a huge world, like kind of feeling. And I feel like it comes from somehow like being alone when they were little. They felt like alone. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like making a lot of efforts emotionally to connect with people. And then with the Three of Swords, you can't. And with the Wheel of Fortune too, it could be almost like prayer, like I'm trying to connect, I can't. God, could you help me connect with people? Imagine that emotionally. So, it's a person that relies a lot on spirit. They may actually pray a lot. They may have a strong connection. And then intellectually, with the King of Cups and Justice and the Star, there's a lot of balance here in a good, strong mind. At two major arcana in Justice. It speaks about Libra, Mercury, more than anything. Classically, it's going to be the most balanced Mercury. A bit annoying if you're with them. It's like, where do you want to eat? Well, I want to eat there. They have really good this, and that, but they don't have that. But this one has it. Could be like an hour just getting to where. But when you have that kind of thing, and with the King of Cups, there's someone that's emotionally self-aware. They are emotionally available. The Wheel too implies that they may have dealt with this issue at some point in the past when something fortunate happened for them. That may have been they just happened to go to a retreat where there was this amazing healer and something like that. Because with the King of Cups and Justice, it implies that they're mature, they're intellectually capable, they understand emotions, are intellectually intelligent, like that. They're when you see justice here, they're usually with the cups. There's someone that's going to speak sensitively, so their voice and the way they talk and the words they use will be kind of sensitive words. And with the star here, they're going to be very positive. Like they're like never going to say a bad word about anything. They're not going to be like really probably negative about anything, guys. If you're sitting and talking, they're not going to be like, well, I kind of am. I got to admit, it's like, this COVID and the blah, 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 the Scorpios are talking. And they're not like that. When I see justice, I see a lot of listening. And with the King of Cups, they would listen in a very compassionate way. And listen in a positive way. Like no matter what you said, they would really listen and think about it and try to give you an answer with this justice that they felt was like the best answer. So again, this is someone I had in the last reading. As you're talking, they're not in their own mind thinking about what to say and what they're really listening to try to understand you. But then when they respond, it's going to be in a very positive way. It's almost no matter what you say, no matter what you say, they're going to try to find a silver lining with the star card in it, That might just be the way they think. Let me skip the sexuals for a minute here. Boy, that's a difficult read, the sexual here. Probably goes back to the childhood thing. Sometimes that hangs a little harder with us than we can work out things emotionally and mentally. But with the Tower and the Knight of Swords and the Empress, well, it's someone that's not afraid to take action, particularly to say what needs to be said, especially when it comes to work. And with the Empress down here, that's think about a Taurus moon, but somebody that's traditional. There's a sense of abundance and nurturing, strong. It speaks to their home too. They really need the home to be like their castle type of deal. But with the Tower, I wonder if they don't do some work with people. This could be working with as a social worker for underprivileged people, abused children, women, those kind of causes. And coming at almost the way they are intellectually, where they come at things and listen, and they want to care about you, what do you think, I want to understand you, what you're saying, and bringing to it that positivity. They could be the person people come to put their head on her lap or his lap, to be consoled. And because they are not afraid to say it like it is, but with the Empress and that Venus energy, they're not going to attack you with their words. They're not out to hurt you with their words. The Knight of Swords for them is about the truth of things, not being afraid to look at the truth in things. Maybe because they have a belief, a core belief system that is part of all of this and how they've grown. Maybe that's what the Wheel of Fortune was, when they settled on their core belief system that serves them. Because sometimes belief systems is always belief systems is the quickest way to change and evolve and transform. If we change our belief systems, boom, we could change everything in a second. Sagittarius here, all about belief systems. So they could do counseling, some kind of counseling. The Tower means that disaster is not unknown to them. I got Pluto on the AC, and it's my whole life is kind of walking into other people's disasters, strangely, more than even my own. Maybe that's what that is, in that top position, not unknown to them. They're not afraid. When the shit hits the fan, if someone if there's a car accident or the house on fire or a breakup or something that has to be dealt with, it's like they're there to deal with it. They're going to be honest, they're going to be straightforward, and they're going to be grounded, and people will come to them. People also are going to come to them with their problems, what that is. Okay? And they're okay with that. It's like, bring me your problems, I got it. I'm the empress here. Well, that's what the kind of almost like Don Corleone of the tarot here. People can come and say, I need this, I need that, and they would be able to make a very honest assessment and wouldn't be afraid of dealing with any of the problems or darkness that people might bring to them, because they're really grounded and strong sexually. Man, with the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, 2 5s. Switch comes to mind. With the 5 of Wands here in the sexual, I think in astrology of squares, and how hot they are. We really need them. Your Mars squares someone's Venus. Your Venus squares someone's moon. And while that always causes some kind of conflict, it's exactly that feeling that makes us want each other. It makes interest. If you don't have that if you don't see that in synastry, it's usually two people aren't that interested in each other, So I'm thinking of that. And with the Cups too, with being a 5. And then the 4 of Pentacles. I'm trying to think of their Venus signs. So you might have a water Venus and a fire Mars here. Mars is actions, and Wands are more like Mars energy, and because it's actions and Mars is actions, and here it's actions, and here, this is more feelings. Going to be more the Venus energy. So look for water Venus and a fire Mars if you're looking at astrology. And then with the 4 of Pentacles, besides the fact that they might like being tied up, being restricted in some way, they want to keep the sex very secretive. This is in this bottom unconscious position with the 4 of Pentacles. They kind of want to contain it. Like, I got a feeling like they don't ever want you talking about your sex life with anyone else. They may not even want to talk about it a lot. And I see them really enjoying, it's both passionate and emotional, because they need that emotional connection. And they may have a little hard time, like Madonna prostitute syndrome type of energy, where, you feel sexual and everything, but then you go, oh, it's like not so much in the Catholic sense with that, but just that the sexual passion kind of takes them out of the emotional place. This could be in their chart too. They have Venus opposite Mars, exactly what this energy is. So when you have the passion and stuff, you kind of have to sacrifice the love energy, because it's also your love energy. And if you have the love energy, you kind of have to, it doesn't really, some deep level, it doesn't match with them in terms of the sexual attraction. And that might be what this 4 of Pentacles is. There's a little hang up there, but you guys can overcome, because you're their soulmate, so they're going to feel a lot more comfortable with you. And I think this 4 of Pentacles is just being insecure, maybe insecure sexually, needing a lot of reassurance. This is another one you don't ever want to talk to anybody about. You don't want to ever make fun or anything. Not a good idea anyway, but and they may be a little bit on and off. Like, usually people are pretty consistent. You're like a fire sex person, and you that's how you want it all the time. Or you're a Cancer Mars, you just want to cuddle and stuff, which I'm like that. But they may go back and forth. What I mean by switch, not so much the dom thing, maybe a little bit, but go back and forth from being Sometimes they just want to fuck, and then other times they really want the emotional love making, where you kiss and hold each other and go on for a while and then barely make love. But in either case, it's something they keep close to their chest, and it's something that's a little bit hard for them, I think, sex. Hard for them to be open about it, It won't be hard with you, They'll probably have the feeling like with you, once you guys get together, like they've never felt better before about sex. Because sex, I don't think, was ever really easy for them. That's a story they're going to tell you. They'll tell you that, never really has been that easy and fun for me like some people. Maybe they're feeling about how sex is. So let me know, guys. I think this gives us an idea what your person might be like. Let me know if you go out and find them. I appreciate it. Helps. It's good karma. What the heck? And always on Wednesdays we have Leo and Virgo Day. So let us know. Come back and see us next week.